I'm going to say the most valuable part of this experience has been collaborating in tandem with senior leadership. It has validated my vision that local government can be both professionally managed and deeply responsive to the community.
Hello, and welcome to this ICMA Member Spotlight. I'm your host, Jessie Finley, Marketing Manager with ICMA, and today we're highlighting the impact of ICMA's Local Government Management Fellowship Program, better known as LGMF, and the powerful role it plays in shaping the next generation of local government leaders. I'm joined today by a fantastic group of guests: David Lang, Senior Program Manager for Career Advancement with ICMA, Scott Andrews, CEO and County Manager of Doña Ana County, New Mexico, and two outstanding local government management fellows with Doña Ana County, Melissa Ochoa and Daniela Andrade, who now serves as housing manager for the county. To set the stage, let's start with the foundation of the program itself. David, could you introduce yourself and briefly explain the LGMF program?
Of course. My name is David Lang, and I am a Senior Program Manager with ICMA on our membership team overseeing our next generation initiatives. One of these initiatives that I oversee is the Local Government Management Fellowship, or LGMF program. LGMF was started way back in 2004 by ICMA as a way to provide recent MPA and MPP graduates with crucial early career experience. The program identifies highly qualified recent graduates and places them in full-time paid fellowship positions for 12 months in communities with ICMA members excited to nurture and mentor the next generation. The program is essentially a win-win for all those involved, with recent graduates finding meaningful employment and professional development opportunities through ICMA's network. The program itself is now 22 years old, with over 450 alumni, many of whom have become LGMF hosts themselves.
Thanks, David. That's a great overview of how the program creates opportunities on both sides. Now let's bring that into a real-world example. How did Scott and Doña Ana County become involved with the fellowship program?
Yeah, so I first took over the LGMF program last year in March 2025, and Scott and Doña Ana County were actually one of the first communities that I personally signed up to host a fellow for the upcoming cohort. I know that Scott himself has actually been involved with the program through previous organizations he's worked for, such as the City of Bakersfield in California. Scott is a great example of one of the many advocates ICMA has for the Local Government Management Fellowship.
Thanks for that context, David. Now, Scott, let's build on that. I'd love to hear more about your personal journey.
I've been blessed to be in local government now 23 years. I started out in Tampa, Florida, where I was born and raised. My first government job was fitness coordinator. I was a personal trainer in my early 20s. My first job outside of recreation was economic development director for the city of Sugar Hill, Georgia. Fantastic opportunity, put in 3.5 years there, built out a downtown $1 million concert series, and then would go across the coast, went to California. Bakersfield is the 48th largest city in the U.S., and I wanted to work in a very big organization, so roughly 2,000 employees, $750 million budget. Few years there, and ultimately landed here in Doña Ana County, and it's been fantastic. This is my first county job. We've implemented so much change here. We transformed the community.
Now let's hear from our fellows. Melissa and Daniela, what attracted you to the LGMF program, and what has been the most valuable part of the experience so far?
I really wanted a career in local government, and specifically my goal was to become a city or county manager. The LGMF has allowed me to gain hands-on experience in local government and explore multiple departments. By far the most valuable part has been learning from the executive level, so I have a better idea of their responsibilities and how they respond to different situations. I don't think this would have been possible without the LGMF.
What attracted me to the fellowship was that opportunity to transition from my international experience into the council manager model. I spent 8 years in my native Ecuador working for the national government, ranging from finance analyst to director in the energy sector. However, I had to see there firsthand how politics, personal interest affect and jeopardize the continuity of public service. So I moved to the US in 2020, and while working in South Florida in local government, I began my MPA in the University of Central Florida, and that's what put me in touch directly with ICMA. I'm going to say the most valuable part of this experience has been collaborating in tandem with senior leadership. Coming from the private sector and international government, navigating these intricacies alongside with these seasoned professionals has been essential. It has validated my vision that local government can be both professionally managed and deeply responsive to the community.
Thanks for sharing. It's great to hear how impactful the fellowship is from your perspective and the unique ways that both of you found your way to ICMA and this fellowship program. Scott, back to you. From the host side, what has it been like hosting local government management fellows in Doña Ana County? Is there a moment or a project that really shows the value that fellows bring to a community?
It's been an amazing experience hosting both of these individuals, personally and professionally. Daniela, being a non-traditional fellow, she's our housing director now. I mean, just in that blink of an eye, she is now leading our housing initiatives and talking about community land trust and doing so many new things and presenting to the board, presenting at board retreats. It's just been fantastic. Conversely, Melissa is a jack of all trades. She's helped dive right into the budget, something that, I'm newer here. It's only 18, 19 months in, but so I'm still familiarizing myself. We're starting a new 2-year budget cycle now, and Melissa has been incredibly helpful in going with all the organizations, diving into the departments, and then coming back to me and telling me blind spots, so to speak, that they may have or I may even have, and working through that. So it's just been an amazing experience and a joy to even get to know these guys, and I'm already dreading them leaving us one day.
Scott, thank you for sharing. Those are really powerful examples of how fellows contribute to an organization like yours. And Melissa and Daniela, back to you. Can you share a project or moment during the fellowship when you really felt like you were making an impact?
I had the opportunity to really design and create this program that's going to introduce Doña Ana County high schoolers to local government, and then it's going to allow them to voice their opinions and make an impact on the policies that really affect them. The project actually we just took off last week, which I'm really excited about, and I can see it staying long term. And hopefully it's going to really change the outcome for young people in general here in the county that maybe didn't have an interest in local government before.
Transitioning into my role of housing manager within months of my fellowship was a pivotal moment for me. It allowed me to establish the county's first housing department from the ground up. We successfully added the creation of the community land trust. As Scott mentioned, it's within our infrastructure plan now, and this project will provide permanently affordable housing for approximately 800 households in the community. This was a direct result of aligning my background in grants and housing with the county's urgent community needs.
Amazing. Those are all incredible accomplishments, especially so early in both of your local government careers. As you wrap up the fellowship, how has the experience shaped what you want to do next in your careers?
So as I wrap up my fellowship, I know my next role is going to be in the county manager's office. It's a place I don't want to leave. I'm not ready to leave. There's still so much I have to learn and experience and really gain from it. So I don't want to stray too far from there because it best aligns with my career goals. And I'm really excited to see what's going to be next.
I will second that. The fellowship has solidified my commitment to public service and clarified my path forward. I'm deeply grateful to the leadership in Doña Ana County and their willingness to empower fellows and integrate our perspectives into high-level decisions has been transformative. I want to continue building local government structures that are resilient, professional, and focused on long-term community progress.
Thank you both for sharing. I definitely see very, very bright futures ahead for both of you, and I'm really excited to see what you all do next. Now let's shift perspectives to ICMA members who may be considering hosting a fellow. For ICMA members who might be interested in hosting, why should they do it, and what advice would you give them?
I would highly recommend the program. I mean, I can think just within this year of the different holes that have been plugged within the organization. We're truly creating a cultural where the fellows can be generalists, just like a manager. We had an assistant for one of the board members that is no longer with us. And Daniela, she is filled in that dual role in addition to housing and everything else. So that's not something we would anticipate early on, but what happened, the board member loved it. And now with the new 3 fellows we have coming in, guess what? They're being requested for these different things because of the skill sets, because of the third-party validation from elsewhere. Jump in the program. I know this will be something that I'll do the rest of my career, and I take great pride in it. And we as an organization grow just as much as the fellows, because you're finding out more about your people, how they work with that. Are we locked in our ways? Are we doing things the way Doña Ana has always done it? Are we bringing perspectives regarding budget or housing or whatever it may be and incorporating here? So that's something the fellowship, it brings world-class talent from our universities elsewhere, brings it right here to our community.
The program really is mutually beneficial for both parties. It's a win-win for both the hosts and the fellows. As a host, you have the opportunity to interview and recruit some of the best and brightest graduates of premier MPA and MPP programs throughout our country. And as a fellow, you have access to ICMA's membership, professional network, as well as mentorship opportunities from the host communities, as well as alumni of the program itself.
To wrap things up, I'd love to hear a quick reflection from each of you. In one sentence, what makes the LGMF program so special?
LGMF is special because of the connections fellows make. This includes your host organization, other current fellows, fellow alumni, and individuals with the same driving passion in local government.
What makes LGMF special is at the core of its vision and purpose. The fellowship is unique because it transcends traditional internships, placing emerging leaders into high-impact roles where real responsibility meets direct executive mentorship to build the future of professional management.
I think what makes the local government management fellow special is what's right with government, really. I mean, you remove all the politics and strip everything down. This is purely creating generalists, exposing people to environments that not just where they can succeed, but they can fail safely, and give the organization a chance to bring in third-party perspectives.
And Jesse, before we wrap up, I just wanted to thank Scott, Melissa, and Daniela for sharing their experience with the program. The success of LGMF is thanks to the support of ICMA members like Scott and dedicated, curious, and hardworking fellows like Daniela and Melissa. LGMF is truly a special program. It's been an honor to help manage it over this past year, and we hope for its continued success thanks to the support of ICMA's membership.
Thank you all for sharing your insights and experiences. It's clear that the LGMF program is more than just a program. It's a launchpad for careers, a catalyst for innovation, and a bridge between emerging talent and experienced leadership. For ICMA members, it's also an opportunity to invest in the future of the profession while strengthening your own organization. And to our viewers, thank you for joining us for this ICMA Member Spotlight. We hope this conversation has inspired you to learn more about the LGMF program, whether as a future fellow or a host community. Until next time, thank you for all you do in service to our communities.